A fuel depot was set on fire near a crucial bridge linking Russia's mainland with Crimea. The incident comes days after a drone strike in which a Russian fuel storage facility was set ablaze. The incident happened in the Crimean port of Sevastopol. Moscow blamed Ukraine for the attack. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has told a news publication that the White House did not inform him about a leak of secret U.S. documents. Zelensky said, and I quote, "It's not beneficial to the reputation of the White House and the United States." The leaked documents contained information on the war in Ukraine. Ukraine's defense minister has said that the documents contained a mix of true and false information about the country's military. Clashes continue in Sudan's capital, Khartoum. This is happening despite the warring factions agreeing to hold a 7-day ceasefire. The latest ceasefire has been mediated by South Sudan. The clashes broke out on April 15th between the Sudanese Armed Forces and the Rapid Support Forces paramilitary group. So far, officially, more than 500 people have been killed and close to 5,000 people have been injured. Uganda's parliament has passed one of the strictest anti-LGBTQ bills. The new bill upholds harsh punishments, including long jail terms and the death penalty. The government used the term aggravated homosexuality to describe actions like having gay sex when HIV positive. President Yoweri Museveni is a vocal opponent of LGBTQ rights. Anti-government protests have resumed in the East African country of Kenya. Kenyan police fired tear gas at a group of protesters. In March, protests broke out against the high cost of living and alleged election fraud. Violent clashes broke out between police and demonstrators. Opposition leader Raila Odinga suspended the demonstrations in early April after agreeing to hold talks with President William Ruto. But he later announced that protests will continue as the government was apparently not negotiating in good faith. U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris met Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Marcos Jr. told reporters that he was just as concerned about China's actions in the South China Sea as the U.S. The United States and the Philippines reaffirmed their decades-old security alliance. This comes amid China's increasingly aggressive actions near Taiwan and the South China Sea. A man suspected of killing 5 people in the U.S. state of Texas has been arrested after a 4-day-long manhunt. The man was identified as 38-year-old Francisco Oropesa. He's a Mexican national and had been deported from the U.S. 4 times since 2009. He's suspected of killing 5 people on April 28th. All 5 victims were from the Central American nation of Honduras.
Suspect.
Also in the U.S., former Minneapolis police officer Tu Thao has been found guilty of aiding and abetting the killing of George Floyd. In 2020, Floyd was killed after a white police officer pressed his knee on Floyd's neck for close to 9 minutes. Thao was one of the 4 officers involved in the incident. It sparked massive Black Lives Matter protests across the world. Chinese Foreign Minister Qin Gang met Myanmar's junta chief Min Aung Hlaing in Myanmar's capital Naypyidaw. The meeting aimed to strengthen the bilateral relations between the 2 countries. They discussed how to boost stability, development, trade and energy cooperation. Myanmar has been in a state of crisis since the military staged a coup in February 2021. The Myanmar junta has also pardoned over 2,000 political prisoners. Ever since the military staged the coup in February 2021, it arrested thousands of protesters and activists. At least 170 journalists have also been under arrest since the coup. The leader of Myanmar's democratically elected party, Aung San Suu Kyi, has also been under arrest. More than 3,000 people have been killed in clashes that broke out after the military's takeover. The Israeli military has said that it launched strikes on Gaza on Tuesday. A rocket warning siren went off in an Israeli community located near Gaza's northern border. The strikes were launched in response to rockets fired from the Strip. This comes after the death of a Palestinian who was on hunger strike in Israeli custody. Paraguay's president-elect, Santiago Pena, has said that the election result announced by the country's electoral institution should be respected. This comes after supporters of an opposition leader took to the streets to protest against the election result. Pena won the election with a 43% of the vote. Runner-ups Efrain Alegre and Paraguayo Cubas have called for the votes to be recounted. Many migrants are stranded on the border between Peru and Chile. They've been trying to cross to the Peruvian side but have remained unsuccessful. Some migrants blocked the highway connecting the two countries. These migrants have been stranded in the border area for 19 days now. It's located in the Atacama Desert, one of the most arid areas on the planet. Migrants have been facing scorching heat during the day and intense cold at night. The U.S. administration has announced that it will temporarily send 1,500 troops to help secure the U.S. Mexico border. This comes at a time when a huge surge of migrants is expected this month. The rules at the border are being tightened when Trump-era COVID-19 restrictions are set to end on May 11th. The policy allowed U.S. authorities to expel non-Mexican migrants to Mexico without giving them a chance to seek asylum. A police officer narrowly escaped a high-speed car crash. The incident happened in the U.S. state of Virginia. A dashcam footage showed a sports car losing control on the opposing lane and almost hitting the police officer. The officer sustained minor injuries. The driver of the sports car was juvenile and has been charged for reckless driving. The U.S. state of Illinois is facing floods due to rising water levels in the Mississippi River. A drone video showed flooded homes, properties, and roads. The water in the Mississippi River is rising due to melting snow. Major storms brought snow to the western parts of the U.S. over the winter. A 5.2 magnitude earthquake had hit a city in China's Yunnan province. The epicenter of the earthquake was located 29 kilometers away. Another 4.4 magnitude earthquake occurred around 11 minutes after the first tremor. A 600-member team, along with 137 vehicles and 30 dogs, were deployed as part of a rescue plan. However, no deaths or injuries have been reported. 21 endangered sea turtles have been seized from a poacher in Indonesia's Bali. The sea turtles are currently being looked after by a local conservation center and will soon be released into the wild. This comes after authorities received multiple reports on the suspected illegal trade of turtle meat for consumption. The World Food Programme chief, Cindy McCain, visited drought-affected areas in Somalia. She pointed out that there's still a risk of famine in the country. UN officials have said that deaths from hunger are increasing in Africa because of droughts worsened by climate change and conflict. UN analysts say that there's a death by starvation every 36 seconds on average in Ethiopia, Kenya, and Somalia. The president of COP28 has said that the next UN climate summit will focus on health issues caused by climate change. This will be the first climate change summit to highlight the consequences of climate change on people's well-being. The summit will be held in Dubai in November this year. At COP28, countries will aim to formally assess progress in their climate goals, which was set in Paris in 2015. The low-budget Indian airline Go First has filed for bankruptcy. It has blamed its engine maker, Pratt & Whitney, for faulty products. The airline has said that these faulty engines led to the grounding of about half its fleet. In 2022, Go First lost more than $1 billion in revenue due to its fleet getting grounded. Cosmetics maker Revlon has said that it has emerged from bankruptcy. This was after it handed control of the company to its lenders last year. Revlon filed for bankruptcy last June. Since then, the cosmetic giant cut nearly $3 billion in debt. CEO Deborah Perelman has said that the company is now well positioned for long-term growth. Wells Fargo CEO Charlie Schraiff has said that he sees the banking industry to be extremely strong. However, he added that he expects volatility in the industry to persist. His comments come shortly after the failure of the third U.S. regional bank in recent months. He has said that he does not expect more bank failures comparable to the recent collapses. Goldman Sachs has promoted Troy Broderick as the new Chief Operating Officer of its global deal-making business. Broderick currently leads Goldman's global capital markets deal-making business. He had joined Goldman in 2010. He's been on the advisory team of some of the company's mega deals. This includes the team that carried out 21st Century Fox's acquisition by Walt Disney. Crypto exchange Coinbase Global has launched an international exchange for cryptocurrency derivatives. The exchange will let users in eligible jurisdictions outside the US trade in crypto assets. Coinbase is looking to expand its global footprint in the crypto industry. It comes amid flaring tensions between the crypto sector and US regulators. Artificial intelligence pioneer Geoffrey Hilton has said that he quit Google to freely speak about the dangers of AI tools. Geoffrey says he realized that computers could become smarter than people. This could happen far sooner than he and others had initially expected. Hilton becomes the latest figure to raise an alarm against the widespread craze that AI tools like ChatGPT have attracted. Twitter's attempt to implement a paid account verification has reportedly attracted imposters. Reports say that these imposter accounts have been spreading misinformation across the platform. Experts say that this could lead major brands to further pull back from the social media giant. Companies like AT&T and Volkswagen had paused Twitter ads last year. As of April, they had reportedly still not resumed their ads. Meanwhile, US-based broadcaster National Public Radio has accused Elon Musk of threatening them. Musk allegedly threatened to assign the broadcaster's Twitter account to another company. This comes after NPR stopped posting content on its Twitter feeds last month. According to Twitter's policy, users should log into their account at least once every 30 days. TikTok's head of the U.S. Trust and Safety Unit, Eric Hahn, is set to leave the company. May 12th will be his last working day. This comes at a time when the video app is fighting the threat of a ban in the U.S. Hahn joined TikTok in 2019 to run the company's U.S. data security division. The division was responsible for creating and storing American data in the country. Tinder owner Match Group has said that they will exit Russia by June this year. The company has said that it sees the need to protect human rights. Earlier, the European police had said that dating apps were among the online platforms being hijacked. They'd said that these apps were being misused for human trafficking purposes. Ukrainian refugees have reportedly been facing increased human rights risks ever since the war began. Moving on to sports now. Delhi Capitals defeated Gujarat Titans by 5 runs at Ahmedabad's Narendra Modi Stadium on Tuesday. The Capitals posted a below-par 130 for 8 after opting to bat first. However, their bowlers managed to stop the Titans for 125 for 6 in their 20 overs. Former Indian pacer Ishant Sharma used his experience to defend 12 runs in the final over. Tokyo Olympian Ashish Chaudhary has progressed into the 80 kg pre-quarterfinals of the IBA Men's World Boxing Championships 2023. Chaudhary defeated Iran's Maysam Kheshlagi in the previous round. He claimed a solid 4-1 victory over the 2021 Asian Championships silver medalist. Chaudhary will now face Cuba's 2-time Olympic champion Arlen Lopez in the round of 16 bout. Wrexham celebrated their promotion to the English Football League on Tuesday. That's the 4th tier of English football. Hollywood owners Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney ditched the star-studded Met Gala to join the Welsh football club's open-top bus victory parade. Wrexham beat Boreham Wood 3-1 to win the National League with a game to spare last month. Paris Saint-Germain forward Lionel Messi will not have his contract renewed at the club. The development comes following an unauthorized trip to Saudi Arabia by the Argentine football giant. The 35-year-old was suspended for 2 weeks on Tuesday. He's banned from playing or training with PSG, and his pay will be docked during his suspension. Cristiano Ronaldo has become the world's highest-paid athlete. This is after his move to Saudi Arabian side Al Nassr nearly doubled his annual playing salary. Meanwhile, Paris Saint-Germain duo Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe round off the top 3. Ronaldo's contract has been estimated by the media to be worth more than $219 million. His annual playing salary went up to an estimated $75 million. England forward and Kirby will undergo knee surgery and miss the Women's World Cup. Kirby is the latest addition to a growing list of English players sidelined with knee injuries. The injury is also a blow to Chelsea, who are in 3rd place in the Women's Super League. The World Cup kicks off on July 20th and will be held in Australia and New Zealand. England are one of the favourites after winning the European Championship last year. Liverpool's manager Jurgen Klopp says he expects to be punished for his behaviour on the touchline during Sunday's 4-3 win over Tottenham Hotspur. Klopp is also expecting to be pulled up for his post-match comments on referee Paul Tierney. He was handed a yellow card for celebrating a 94th minute winner by running towards the 4th official John Brooks at Anfield. After the game, Klopp also accused referee Paul Tierney of having something against Liverpool. Napoli will open up the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium on Thursday night for a live screening of their away game with Udinese. The Italian club are ready to claim their first league title since Maradona was in the side in 1990. Even 1 point against Udinese on Thursday will be enough for Napoli to be crowned champions. Meanwhile, even though Napoli is screening it at home, as many as 10,000 fans are expected to make the long trek to northeast Italy for the crucial match. Philadelphia 76ers center Joel Embiid has been declared the NBA's most valuable player for the 2022-23 season. Embiid is only the second African to win the MVP award in the NBA. Meanwhile, the 76ers remain the only unbeaten team thus far in the playoffs. They picked up a dramatic win in Boston against the Celtics on Monday. The leading 3 boats have crossed the equator for the second time in the 14th edition of the Ocean Race. Team Malaysia is presently leading the fleet. The 11th hour racing team followed just over 2 minutes later as the boats swapped the lead back and forth. Biotherm followed 3 hours further back but has since closed the gap considerably. Thousands of American film and television writers headed to picket lines on Tuesday for their first work stoppage in 15 years. Striking writers picketed in front of Netflix in Los Angeles, chanting phrases like, "Whose stories are stories?" and "On a strike, shut 'em down, LA is a union town." The rise of streaming has eroded television ad revenue as traditional TV audiences shrink. Priyanka Chopra Jonas's new Hollywood film, Love Again, will release in cinemas on 12th May. The romantic comedy drama also stars Celine Dion. The film has been directed by James C. Strauss. The trailer of the much-awaited rom-com was released in February. Ben Affleck's critically acclaimed film Air was released in theaters on April 5th. The film is now set to release on Amazon Prime on May 12th, less than a month after its theatrical release. Directed by Affleck, the script of the film is written by Alex Convery. Marvel's new superhero flick, The Marvels, will release in cinemas on November 10th. Produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures, the film is intended as a sequel to Captain Marvel. The studio also shared the film's release date on its official social media handles. CoinMarketCap is all set to release the world's first globally broadcasted Web3 television show. It has launched a reality TV program dubbed Killer Whales in collaboration with Hello Labs. The upcoming show aims to cater to the growing interest of billions of Web3 users. It'll provide a global platform for projects within the cryptocurrency and NFT space. All American will be adding its 5th season to Netflix on May 23rd, just 8 days after its season finale. The football drama is currently the only CW show renewed for a next season. However, it's still going to be a few weeks until Season 5 comes to Netflix. Till then, fans will just have to watch the remaining episodes on the CW network. Pete Davidson's Saturday Night Live episode has been cancelled due to the ongoing writer's strike. The show's May 6th episode was initially scheduled to be hosted by the Bupkis star alongside musical guest Lil Uzi Vert. The network announced on May 2nd that it'll air repeats of SNL moving forward until further notice. Chance the Rapper has opened up about his past drug use. He's told media that he could have died from drugs. The Chicago rapper was reflecting on his Billboard charting 2013 mixtape Acid Rap and his drug use during that time. Chance the Rapper is celebrating the 10th anniversary of the release of Acid Rap, which is arguably his best project. Rapper Soulja Boy is being ordered to pay nearly $250,000 after being sued by his ex-girlfriend for abuse and kidnapping in 2019. The rapper is accused of striking his girlfriend with a gun and threatening to kill her. He's been slapped with a $234,000 fine for causing physical and mental pain and suffering. Rock band Fall Out Boy have launched a new vinyl version of their recent album So Much for Stardust. The new version contains real human tears. The package includes one double-sided tear-filled LP packaged in a gatefold box with a built-in tissue dispenser. According to the band, the Crynal TM records were filled with real tears for maximum emotional fidelity. Only 50 copies of the vinyl have been made.